Hello, Sprouts and Rockets. How are you today? I hope you're doing very, very good. We're going to have a great day. My name is JJ and we're going to read a story. And this one's about Moses and the very big rescue. Are you guys ready? Show me you're ready. All right, here we go. Moses and the very big rescue. You've probably learned to count upwards. 1, 2, 3, what's next? 4. But when they fire a rocket into space or when something amazing is about to happen, we sometimes count downwards. All right, from 3, 3, 2, 1. In this true story from the Bible, God counts down to the very big rescue of his people. All right, are you ready? God's people had a very big problem. Pharaoh was the king of Egypt. He had made them his slaves. They worked all day in the hot sun to make bricks for Pharaoh's buildings. Can you see them making bricks? So they cried out to the Lord for help, and God heard them and planned a very big rescue. God told Moses, "Go to Pharaoh and tell him to let my people go." God said, "I will do amazing things to show him who is really the king of the world. Pharaoh will know that I'm the one true God." So Moses went. Moses said to Pharaoh, "Let my people go." But Pharaoh said, "No." And Moses said, "Every time you say no, God will send a terrible disaster." But Pharaoh didn't care. His heart was stubborn. His heart was hard. God's great countdown began. Number 10. Moses held out his staff over the great river Nile, and it turned to blood. Oh my gosh, can you see the red blood? But Pharaoh was stubborn. His heart was hard. He would not let them go. What number do you think will be next? 9. "Let my people go," said Moses. "No," said Pharaoh. So God sent thousands of hopping, croaking frogs. Look at them. That's so many. What's next? 8. And what did Moses say? He said, "Let my people go," said Moses. But Pharaoh said, what did he say? "No." And God sent millions of whining, itchy gnats. But Pharaoh was stubborn and his heart was hard. All right, I think I know the next number. 7. Moses said, why don't you say it with me? "Let my people go." And Pharaoh said, "No." So God sent clouds of buzzing, flitting flies. Number 6, let's say it together. "Let my people go," said Moses. "No," said Pharaoh. So God sent a sickness of the cattle and sheep. But Pharaoh was stubborn and the Lord had hardened his heart. Oh, poor Pharaoh. It sucked to have a hard heart. 5. What did Moses say? "Let my people go," said Moses. Pharaoh said, "No." So God sent a plague of painful, purple, pus-filled boils. Ouch, that would really, really hurt. Number 4, Moses said, "Let my people go," said Moses. "No," said Pharaoh. So God sent huge, hurtling, horrible hailstones. Oh gosh, poor houses. Number 3, what did Moses say? Let's say it together. "Let my people go," said Moses. "No," said Pharaoh. So God sent swarms of noisy, hungry locusts. All right, what did Moses say this time? Number 2. Moses said, "Let my people go," said Moses. And Pharaoh replied, do you think he said yes this time? He said, "No, no, no," said Pharaoh. So God sent a deep, inky darkness so no one could see anything. But Pharaoh was stubborn, and the Lord had hardened his heart. We have one more number left. What do you think it is? Number 1. Good job. And Moses said, hopefully for the last time, he said, "Let my people go," said Moses. And Pharaoh said, "No." And Moses had a sad heart as he left Pharaoh because he knew that the last plague would be terrible. Moses told God's people to get ready to go because that night the Lord would bring death to every house in Egypt. The firstborn son would die. God's people all ate a special meal that night. Blood from the lambs they had eaten was put on the doorposts of their houses. So when the Lord saw the blood, he passed over those houses and God's people were safe. But in every other house in Egypt, there was death and great sadness. All right, I think this is the last time. Moses said to Pharaoh, let's say it together, "Let my people go." And Pharaoh said, "Yes." God's people set off from Egypt to the land God had promised to them. But Pharaoh was stubborn and his heart was still hard, and he chased after God's people with his army and his chariots. "They are trapped by the sea," thought Pharaoh. "I will destroy them all." Look at his angry face. He's an angry man. God had reached the end of his countdown. He went from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Moses held up his staff and the sea parted before him. All God's people walked through the sea and got safely to the other side. But when Pharaoh and his horses and chariots tried to follow, what happened? The sea rushed back and they were drowned. God had rescued his people from Egypt. Moses and the people danced and sang a song together. They sang, "There is no one like you, Lord. You do great miracles and wonders. You keep your promises and save your people. Praise the Lord." The end. What an amazing story, Sprouts and Rockets, of Moses and the very big rescue, and how God promises to keep us so safe from anything that comes our way. I hope you have an amazing week, and we'll see you back next Sunday.